Man, that guy's angrier than a mosquito in a mannequin factory. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today, let's look at the new focused Datacrons that have been released in the new update that we got. It's a kind of a big deal, guys. They're crazy. Huge shout out to my patrons. They're crazy too. Thank you guys so much for your support, guys. I truly couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, please hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Let's mount the algorithm, shall we? Is the algorithm on par with the new focus Datacrons? Let's withhold judgment, shall we? So there's new focused Datacrons out. If you hadn't heard, first let me show you how to find where they are real quick, guys, just so you can know where I'm getting my info. A lot of people have asked me where I can find they can find it and kind of like just verify. Whoa, first you have to go in the game. Madness. And then you have to collect some energy. No, sorry, we detoured. So go into events, folks. Go into this new, so that we got this from the new Temple Guardian event. So scroll down on the rewards and click on this Datacron thing. Now this shows the new Datacron that you get. It's a bespoke cron. We'll talk about that in a minute for the Temple Guardian. But if you click on the little exclamation mark at the top next to Echoes of War, which my face is blocking. Here, I'll turn my face off for a sec. Right here. Right there, you click on this little upside down exclamation mark, also known as a lowercase I. Then you can get here, and then you can see all the different focus Datacron information. You can scroll down. I'm clicked on the Temple Guard, Director Krennic, Hermit Yoda, Pointed Teeth Ray, and Chief Nebbit. So that's how you get to it. Let's get back though to the slideshow. Whoa, we're in the slideshow. Madness. So, anyways, pretty easy to get there. And so first off, I guess I should make sure you guys understand this is not my usual Datacron video with the review for the new set. That's probably going to come out next week at some point. And actually, I looked number 5 on this list, folks, saying the really broad look at set 22. We're not doing that today, actually. I called an audible, and I couldn't edit the slide because I'd already destroyed it in Photoshop for some reason. So anyways, we're going to talk about the Temple Guard and his focus Datacron a little bit, because there's like some news attached to it that I'm guessing a lot of people don't know. We're going to take an initial look at the new focus Datacrons and just what they can do, and then the impact of focus Datacrons. And I'm going to give you guys an initial ranking of them as well, because they are impactful. So first off, the Temple Guard focus Datacron, he's getting one, obviously. However, and I can't find the developer quote, but that people have been saying that there is about this, but one way or another, apparently the Temple Guard is getting his own bespoke cron, which means once you get him to 7 stars, then you get this Datacron as his own. Like, that's the only way to get it. That's how we've been doing these bespoke Datacrons forever. Anyways, he's getting one, and it's actually a focus Datacron, and it's this one. And so don't get your hopes up when you read about what it can do. It does look really strong. It actually looks really strong even if you're not going to use all these new characters, but I don't think it's going to be available to purchase, folks. To purchase, yes, for money, but not for some kind of currency that we can find in the game. Just cold hard cash. So enjoy getting that one, or if you have enough crystals to buy or whatever. But one way or another, it looks good, but it's not actually part of the other focus Datacrons. It's its own thing. So, anyways, it looks fun. Now, let's go actually back into the game and let's look at these Datacrons real quick, guys, and the impact of them, shall we? Well, what they can do, rather. So, whoa, we're back in the game, madness. Now, there are four of them. We'll just go top to bottom. We're skipping Temple Guard, guys, because we're just going to act with extreme disdain toward anything spenders might acquire that the rest of us can't, right? So dumb. Now, we're not going to go super in depth on these, honestly, guys, but I just want you to kind of understand like what it's kind of looking like and a couple of the really cool kind of the cliff notes of it. So, first off, there's a way to give ability block if no other enemy is ability blocked, you can ability block someone. Now, that only works one time, because in a little bit, you'll see it just like the whole team can kind of become ability blocked. There's Death Trooper, who goes well with Krennic. This is the Krennic-focused Datacron. And so, Death Trooper, they go in a tandem together. It's pretty cool. And then, so the level 12 support one, we've had this kind of recently. You remember when they were doing, when they had the sets that didn't have any factions, they just had the archetypes. So it was, support, attackers, tanks, and healers, and they all had their own really good level 6s. Well, that one's back. For one Focus Datacron, and the support one was like arguably the best. It was really, really strong. And I think the biggest thing, so yeah, you're buffing your guys. Whenever a support inflicts debuffs on an enemy, all allies get benefits based on the stuff. The big one though, whenever a support grants a buff to another ally, they also inflict buff immunity for one turn on all enemies. So you can do a lot of cool stuff with this, and it looks like you can just use it with light side too if you want. So if you don't have Krennic, you can still use it. But then level 15 Krennic, there's all this stuff that they can do. It's cool. He helps tanks to taunt, and they do some neat stuff. Whenever an enemy is inflicted with ability block, all allies recover all this stuff. He gains stacks of insight. Once he gets to 10 stacks of insight, which you have to have Krennic lead, but if he is the lead and you get to 10 stacks of insight for him, and they're all more survivable and cooler because of this focused Datacron, then whenever an enemy is inflicted with an ability block, and once he has 10 stacks, which, I mean, if you have two guys who can do AoE ability block or something, whenever an enemy is inflicted with ability block, they are inflicted with ability block until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, prevented, or resisted. In fact, so they just get ability block permanently for the rest of the fight, which is crazy. I don't know how exactly we're going to make sure this works, because Krennic lead is not strong, but I mean, I think this Datacron is going to support it enough that we can probably make it work somehow. Like, an entire team full of guys who could only do basics is just a really funny and really sad thought, honestly, guys. I'm super intrigued by this idea. I really want to see how this works, because it's not restricted to, like, Galactic Legends, like, or to non-Galactic Legends. It just works on whoever. So the Hermit Yoda one is cool. I think... So it's all about like Jedi getting extra buffs. We've seen the level 12 Jedi one where if you have full health, you get extra offense, and if you don't, then you get a bunch of extra defense. That's pretty cool. You also, the stats are crazy. 150% defense is pretty strong. Though I guess this set, we're gonna see a lot of crons that are way higher than that, because that's one of the stats is percent defense, which, whew, it can lead to some pretty toxic interactions. But there's one here for Jedi Knight Luke where whenever Jedi Knight Luke uses a special ability, he gains this bonus turn. Guys, this is crazy. If you go with Jedi Master Luke here, you can do Jedi Master Luke's call to assist thing. Like his special ability that grants everyone, and then Luke can do his whatever his nail bat is what I tend to think of it as for some reason, but the one that he calls the assist and put puts the buff on everyone, and then he gets a bonus turn, so then he can use Jedi Master Luke's granted ability again, and then you can do the stun from everyone on everyone, the AoE stun, and then you can use Jedi Master Luke's call to assist, and then at that point I think you'll have his own call to assist available again, and then you'll be able to do the other call to assist from Jedi Master Luke. Like, you can kind of, you almost, it's not quite, but like kind of close to an endless loop with Jedi Knight Luke. I'm really intrigued by this. There's also Hermit Yoda's, which is, he gets a bunch of stacking max health, which I guess that's fine. But this is basically a Datacron designed for a Jedi Master Luke team. Now, the Pointy Teeth Ray one is also crazy. It supports things for First Order. It does some cool stuff. Every time a dark side ally is defeated, everyone gains the offense and speed, all of this cool stuff. But then the level 15 is what makes it just completely bonkers, guys. Whenever an enemy takes a turn, Ray Dark Side Vision takes a bonus turn. During this turn, she does extra damage, and the bonus turn can't trigger this effect on enemies. So this is really good. Also has all the defense and stuff. The crit damage is really good because they already, I mean, they do crits all the time because of advantage. This one is also really strong. And then finally we have Chief Nebet, where this is really interesting because it turns Queel and IG-11 into Jawas, and then it gives them a bunch of buffs. And the Jawa ones, it's really interesting, and you can, this way, you only have to take a few Jawas. You don't need to take a full team of them. This is probably going to be a 5v5 thing. I don't think you can really condense this squad into an effective one. If you don't have more than, like, you need Nebet, and you need IG-11 and Queel and probably Jawa Scavenger, and then one of the other ones. So you probably need this is like a 5v5 one, but I'm pretty intrigued by it. So I mean, I think this is really good. Also, it's like whenever a thermal detonator goes away, 80% chance it just stays on the character that it was on. Just pretty crazy. So these are really strong, guys. They're really strong. And so let's talk about the impact of these Focus Datacrons a little bit, now that we've seen what they can do, a little bit of what they can do at least. So and the last set of Focus Datacrons, like the first one, the initial wave, the ones that we still have, they're pretty good, but they're not like overpowered, right? I mean, they're good. The Afro one is really strong, of course, but it's not, it's like, okay, you can beat a couple extra teams that you couldn't before, and you know, you're a little better on defense, of course, like pretty good. And the Scion of Jenga one is pretty good, and the Phoenix one, you can use it sometimes in TW, and mostly you just forget about it. Like that, they're all okay, but you can mostly just ignore them. This set of Focus Datacrons look ridiculously strong. They look so good, and I think that one of the huge differences is at least two of them are designed specifically for Galactic Legends. Jedi Master Luke's getting one with the Datacron, because I mean, it even has verbiage about some of Luke's abilities. So I mean, it looks really good. And the Jedi Luke interaction with Jedi Master Luke, he's just gonna get an endless string of bonus turns. It looks, I mean, it looks really good, like I keep saying. And I think the problem here, or I don't know if it's a problem exactly, but I mean, the previous Focus Datacrons seemed like they were there for fun, kind of like it's like a baby. At some point, you know, at some point we all start eating actual food, but you know, if the baby is eating formula and all that stuff, if he's young enough to you know, be a lot of times moms will say things like, oh yeah, like food is just for fun, and that's what this feels like. The new Focus Datacron food, the new Focus Datacrons are just for fun, right? Like they're cool, they're fun, they do some interesting things, they do make an impact, but the new ones are just so much stronger. And the Galactic Legends, the fact that they impact Galactic Legends, I mean, as I've said a lot of times, Galactic Legends are just kind of by definition overpowered. And so these Datacrons that are designed specifically for them, they're just going to make these teams that much stronger. And I mean, Pointy Teeth Ray just constantly taking bonus turns is just, it's really good. She is really good already. One of her weaknesses is that she doesn't take as many turns as you want her to. You want her to be taking a lot of turns. So she's very impactful. The things that she does are ridiculous, in fact, and they make Supreme Leader Kylo way stronger. And the whole team, it heals the team, it keeps the team alive, it revives the team. Like, she's going to just be an absolute terror. And the teams that they're impacting are just so good that we're gonna need them. If you want to compete, you're gonna need a couple of them if you can. Like, unless you're okay, it's basically like being down a Galactic Legend if you don't have one of these focused Datacrons. And so, definitely recommend getting some of these folks. If you want to compete in GAC and TW, these are very, very impactful. So, which ones do you get first? Let's take a look. So I ranked them, and this is all, of course, reliant on my initial impressions, and this list may end up changing. I'll put out a more formalized list here soon enough, probably next week, on which Datacrons you should get. But the Pointy Teeth Ray one, obviously, if you don't have her, or if you don't have a Supreme Leader Kylo team, then this is like any of these are reliant on having their specific team with them. But the Jedi training, she's not Jedi training Ray, she's Pointy Teeth Ray. She is just always taking a turn. I mean, we've seen these Datacrons before, but the fact that it's on a character that's this impactful with a really strong Galactic Legend makes this the obvious #1 choice, in my opinion, because Supreme Leader Kylo is already countering a ton of stuff, and he's going to counter a ton more stuff now for the next 4 months. And then the Hermit Yoda one, just because it goes with Jedi Master Luke, like, Jedi Master Luke just doesn't counter a ton of the newest stuff, but I mean, I think he's going to be countering more stuff now, and he's going to be more dominant now. Like, all of the bonus turns that Jedi Knight Luke is getting, it's kind of crazy. And then the Director Krennic one looks good. I just don't know, like, it's hard for me to envision how this is going to work with him as lead. His lead is just not strong. The character's not strong. He doesn't have good stats. He's an old character. There's issues here, right? Like, are we gonna start applying his Omicron? I mean, it goes with Death Trooper. I'm very intrigued to see how this goes. I especially just really love the idea of an entire team just ability block permanently. It's really hilarious, but I mean, you also, even if you don't want to use Krennic, this is a really expensive way to do it. Like, they're so expensive, both to purchase these and also to get them all the way up with all the data cache that you get, all the way up to whatever level. Like, that, they're... This is really expensive, but you can get the cool support cron that everyone bemoans having lost. It's a good one, guys. It's good even if you don't have the Krennic cron, albeit extremely expensive for what you get. And then finally, I'm not even saying this is bad, just the Chief Nebbit one, it is just not going to be as good. I mean, IG-11 with Queel, cool. You know, with some like, they all have bad stats. They're not... The fact that they all share the same tags, though, like, so all allies gain the Droid, Jawa, and Scoundrel tag for the rest of battle. I think it could be some cool stuff. It's just, I mean, if you don't have Jawas, or if you don't have good Jawas, or, I mean, it's also just how is this going to match the crazy output of Rey or Hermit Yoda crons? So, anyways, that's my initial thought on the rankings. So, I mean, final thoughts. If you're not a spender, if you are a spender, then get all of them. If you're not a spender, I mean, I think you should get 2, guys. I think you should be trying to get 2 if you can. It's gonna be tough to do, and it's gonna be sad because if you have the Jawa one, if you have Jawas, you're probably gonna miss out on that one. So, what are your thoughts, folks? I would love to hear them, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.